Modern Male Radio with Jared Zavastosky, right here on LA Talk Radio.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Jared Zavastosky, and you're listening to and watching Modern Male Radio. This is all the stuff your mama should have told you and the stuff your daddy never knew. I don't know what's going on with these things. I can't really hear myself feedback-wise. But, yeah, someone was fiddling with this beforehand. Can you hear this? Because I can't.
I can hear you. You're good.
What happened?
The black box will bring up your headphones.
The black box. This one in the middle?
Push up number 1 and hear it louder.
All right. There we go. Having some technical difficulties here. Cool. So today we've got Leah Polka is back to co-host the show.
Hey.
Hey. And we have adult film star Nikki Delano.
Hi.
Who is
it's
back?
Delano.
Delano. You know, it's funny because I was in the car and I was like, I almost had that same conversation in my head. I was like, I'm going to call her Delano and she's going to be like, no, it's Delano.
Exactly.
So I prepared for both contingencies.
You're not the first. Everyone says Delano. I'm like, it's Delano.
Delano. Okay. Yeah. Because I realized like kind of halfway in that you were Latin and stuff. Like, because you're like blonde and blue eyed and I'm not, you know.
Yeah, no, I agree though. I know everyone gets it wrong, but yeah, Delano with a Latin accent.
Cool. So what's your nationality?
Puerto Rican, Colombian, and Italian.
Wow.
Little feisty fireball.
Yes.
So what's your sign?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, so you're fire as well.
I am.
So you're super fiery.
I am.
That's
I'm
just what she
feisty.
does. That's just what
Yeah.
she does.
Just
Yeah.
laying waste to all the ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
Just like every dude you've ever tried to date. It's like,
Just slay her. She's just killing it.
I do. But you know what? I've had long relationships, 5 years, 4 years. So yeah, they put up with my craziness.
So what's your type? Like if you have to think of one guy like in Hollywood, an actor, maybe in a part, that would be better even, in a part. What actor would you date in that part and why?
just
Like,
jumping right into the deep
yeah,
end.
I need to know. I need to know.
Well, who I think is the hottest, I don't know if you guys know him, William Levy.
Okay.
He's a Latin soap opera artist and a Hollywood artist. He's just so gorgeous. I like a very aggressive man that's going to put me in my place because I'm really aggressive. And if you don't put me in my place, I'm going to put you in your place. So
Okay.
it needs
yeah.
to meet both ways because if not, I'm a pushover. I push the guy over. I mean, he can't be too nice.
Well, and that's
He can't be
really
too nice.
that's a really interesting point because I think a lot of times people get that confused where it's like even when a girl is really aggressive or really assertive or really strong, at
Yeah.
some point she wants to be put in her place. So let's talk about that specific being put in your place and what does that mean? Because I feel like the inner misogynist in men could be like, oh, well, that means you just tell her what to do and how to do it and da-da-da.
No,
and
she means like that
No.
private time during that sex time.
Well, of
when
course,
it's
I know
sexy.
this,
Yeah.
but I want
and
for
also
the
like
viewers.
on dates, it's not always leaving it up to the girl to make the decision.
Right.
Also the guy as well. Babe, what do you want to do? Oh, let's go here. Don't always ask me what to do. I like the guy also to make the decision. And also in bed too, I want the guy to be more of the aggressor than myself.
But respectful. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, so
But
know the
aggressive.
balance. Right.
Exactly.
So
That's
sort
a-
of,
that's sexy balance,
I
I
found that
think.
another one is a lot of guys in relationships become almost submissive in that they, they'll do whatever the girl wants, and they'll kind of always they'll say things, but they're always kind of ready to refute themselves and back down, and the girl kind of feels like she can walk all over them.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, it's like a guy who's not afraid to make an opinion and kind of stand up for that opinion. You know.
Exactly. Like in porn, I feel like the guys, they're like that. Like if they want to do something, they're gonna do it, and they're not gonna like hold back. They're really aggressive. So I mean, I think that's why I'm attracted more to the guys in my industry than personality-wise. No, but in bed, yes.
So let's talk about the guys in your industry, and let's talk about the differences between guys outside of your industry and inside of your industry.
Well, inside, they're aggressive, like I said. They are not afraid of, holding their own in bed. Personality-wise, it's crazy because we just have sex. We really don't get to know each other. Like, we don't really, we have conversations, yes, for a few minutes. But other than that, we really don't.
Outside of like your
So-
persona, because it's like in Twitter, you probably interact both of your handles at work, but not really
Yes.
like in real life. Do you really have the chance? So you still keep in touch and you see them, but not the real them.
Exactly. We don't hang out. It's
Right,
like,
right.
it's work. We have sex, and that's it. We
Right.
get paid, and it's like, I don't
Who
know.
wouldn't be
deeper
attracted to
down-
that? Like, I'm getting paid and having sex and not having to deal with you. Sign me up. Like, what do you mean?
Exactly. But then, on the other hand, the normal guy, it's hard to date them because they say at first, oh, they're not gonna get jealous. They can handle it. Blah blah.
Do
blah.
they just
I've
like
heard
lay
it
down? They're like,
all.
bless me, and you're like, that's not how it works either.
Yeah,
like,
like, oh,
I'm
I can
not.
date a porn star. This is hot as hell. Yeah, right. It's not for you. Once you fall in love with a girl, it's like you can't shoot porn anymore. You can't shoot with guys.
Yeah.
F you.
Right? Yeah, that was your shmoney to begin with, and you
Exactly.
have that right. And so, what's the prerequisite? Like, what's the one thing, or actually the three things men have to understand when they get in a relationship with you? Automatically out the gate, I need y'all to know these three things right here.
I'm a B.
Boom.
I'm a B.
She owns it. That's step one. I'm a bitch.
I'm feisty. I'm really feisty. You have to learn to put up with me.
Do you test them sometimes? Do you find yourself like playing games? Because
Yes,
I feel
I
like I do it
do.
too. I'm Italian too. I feel
I
you.
do.
You're like, and then try it, and then you're like, please do, kind of.
It's my way or the highway. It's like if I want to do something and I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. I don't need your opinion. I don't need your confirmation. I don't need you to tell me yes or no. And I like to eat a lot. I like to eat.
That's
How
the
was that a
secret.
prerequisite for
I
dating?
don't know. I mean,
You have to understand. I'm coming home and having a bag of fries. Don't call me ugly.
yes, have some dinner
Understand
ready
it.
for me or
Understand it.
something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, be able to
You
cook.
can buy
Take
me
me
with
out
food.
to eat all the time. Like I like to be wine and dined.
I'm with that. You can buy me
Yeah.
with food too. I get that. Mhm.
Yes.
A good plate will get anybody happy.
Exactly.
Cool. Well, that's really. I mean, this is all good stuff. Do you? Oh, and I forgot to mention, we are having another guest on the show here in a minute. Ashley Alexis is running behind, but we're going to introduce her in a minute. So when she gets here, that'll be exciting. So when it comes to the actual differentiation between men inside of porn and outside of porn, I mean, obviously it's not just the jealousy thing. Do you find that men are sexually more assertive and that is more attractive? Or is it because it's just work? I mean, are you capable of just turning off? Like, are you actually really attracted to the guys that you're working with, or is it just work?
Some of them yes, some of them no.
Okay.
Some of them I have to put my game face on because sometimes you just don't mesh well. I've had times where I'm just like, the guy wants me to suck his, and I'm like, you jerk it off because the cameras are not on, and then they get mad
There's
at
no
me.
chemistry.
Yeah, and I'm like mean about it, but it's like, but off camera it's different because it's like when you like somebody, it's like more an emotional, loving, affection thing. Where on camera it's just hardcore.
So what do you find actually stimulates your attraction? You've only got 5 seconds to talk to this guy.
Porn wise,
Yeah, porn wise.
if he's very sweet and very like, here's a baby wife.
Oh, so he's thinking about you. He's taking care
Considerate.
of you.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
considerate.
nice.
Yeah,
Respectful.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
That's
see, that's another
nice.
thing that goes back to
that.
the book. When you're dealing with a woman, consideration is so important, and it's often mistaken for being like that nice guy, that pushover, that guy that just will do anything for you. But a guy who is confident and masculine and all those different things can also be very considerate, and
Absolutely.
that's such an important thing, that women feel
It's-
cared
yeah,
for
it's
and
true.
they feel thought about, and it's one of those things that'll win. It'll get you worlds.
Absolutely.
Worlds
I
ahead.
agree. 100%. Passing baby wipe.
It's the
Passing
little
bottled
things.
water,
Let it be
yes.
known.
Yeah,
that
well,
it's
we
the
were
little
talking.
things.
We were actually talking about this on a show recently. We were talking about, dating on set and what do you do when you're, how do you date somebody, or what attracts you when in a work environment? And that was one of the things that she brought up. She said, it doesn't take much. All you need to do is like kind of walk by and hand me some coffee when I look tired, and she's like, I'm immediately gonna like you way more.
Yeah.
And I heard this really, really interesting. There's this interesting blog article the other day on, nice guys basically, and how these guys will be like, this guy wrote this like horrendous letter online saying, well, screw you for not wanting a guy to walk you home, and screw me for not, being a nice guy that cares about you, that wants to make sure you get home safely, and da-da-da. And basically it all boiled down to the fact that a lot of nice guys feel like they're buying or they're entitled to somebody's attention or affection because
That's
they
just
did
ego.
something nice
Yeah.
for them. And it's this really like kind of greasy thing where you're being nice to expect some form of reciprocation. Hey, I'm going to be nice to you because I like you.
Yeah.
And that's a really, really important factor that I teach throughout the entire book, is be willing to let it go. If you do something nice or you do something polite or considerate, you just do it. You don't do it and expect something back. You almost do it and walk away. Don't even wait for the reciprocation of it. Let her chase you down if she wants to give you that reciprocation.
Right.
Absolutely.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would
I'm
agree with
just
that.
combing through everything these days, and I'm like, we're getting ready to publish. So all this stuff is like super fresh on my mind. I literally spent all day just like editing and tweaking. So I'm
Nice.
stuck on it.
Hardworking.
Yeah, and you are too, because you've been in what 400 films in the last 5 years?
Over 5 years, yeah. Lots and lots of movies.
That's a
Lots and
lot.
Lots of adult work.
That's a lot.
Yes.
So do you?
That is a lot of work. That's a lot of work. That's just mad respect. Like, that's a lot of work. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's nothing but respect for that, because here's the thing. I told her earlier, when I looked her up, she looks just like Jenna Jameson, not just in looks, but business-wise. Like, this girl is smart. She
Thank
is
you.
doing feature dancing. She is everywhere doing everything. And it's incredible. And she's working all the time. She has bankrolled this entire career, which is something that not very many people can do.
I think it's just hard work and dedication. I mean, with everything, you have to put a lot of time in. There's like days I don't sleep or, eat properly. It's just a lot of hard work. With anything in
But
general.
you can see your peers respect you as well, which is something that's very big. And that really shows your level of success. I mean, I know that you've done a lot of work, but it seems like everyone still respects you and still wants to work with you and really enjoys being around you. So that just speaks as to how you are as well. So, I mean, that's
Thank
incredible.
you. Thank you. You're so sweet.
No, you're welcome. And you're telling me you got some new work coming up
Yes.
as well. What's that?
I'm going to be on the Vivid. I'm going to have my own show on Vivid every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to be now a
Wow.
radio
That's
host.
going to be really exciting.
Yeah.
That's really
Excited.
exciting. That's really exciting.
That's great. So you're getting right into the industry.
Yes.
It's fun. After a while, it becomes second nature.
Does it?
Yeah. You just have to make sure that you're really fast.
Yeah.
Because you can't, dead airspace is like the worst thing
Oh,
ever.
I agree with that.
I've developed like a kind of a charming stutter. So when I'm talking to somebody and I can't think of anything to say, I'm just like, what?
He's like doing scat over there. You're like, I'm sorry, sir. Are you rapping? What's happening right now?
Yeah, absolutely. I also do camming. I have a camming contract with cams.com, so I find myself talking a lot on cam. So I feel like that's gonna help me too when it comes to like the radio stuff. Even though it's a sexual kind of talk, but
Yeah.
Vivid is
So that
sexual.
seems to be like your niche too, because you were saying earlier you're really shy as well.
Yeah,
And so that's kind of one of your things is that, that was really shocking about you is that you're a shy girl and you're difficult to approach while you're feisty when you get to know you. It's like in the very beginning, hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry.
Hi.
No, it's okay.
Hey.
Yeah, traffic can be a nightmare out here.
I'm slowly learning.
So you're not from Los Angeles?
No, I'm from Boston.
Okay. Well,
East
traffic
Coast.
is way worse over there. Here, you can
Alright.
just.
LA
There we
is
go.
pretty bad though.
You can,
It's pretty bad in LA.
It is pretty bad. It's pretty rough. It was like the
It
worst
took
city
me
recently. It was voted. So like
2
you're
hours
saved.
to get 8 miles.
Oh my
That is
God.
ridiculous. Like I could skateboard faster. It's ridiculous. Like at some point you're cussing.
It took me, let's see, just an hour just to get onto Sunset.
Hashtag stressful.
Hashtag
I'm not.
LA, I hate you.
I'm not okay with any of these things. I totally understand where you're coming from. Well, you look fantastic.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, nice to meet you. This
Nice
is
to
Nikki.
meet- Hi, I'm
Nice to
Ashley.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So we were just
Yeah.
talking about guys, and we were talking about kind of like personas, and both of you have to be sexy at work, and then kind of what you really prefer outside of that, because I guess you have to kind of keep up a little bit of like staying sexy, and then you're like, listen, really and truly, here's what I really like, and that's pizza and wings in my
Wait,
like,
before we
shorts.
jump
What?
jump her right into this.
Really?
Jump me right
I'd like
in.
to welcome Ashley Alexis. And you are you're a model, right?
Yes, I am a plus size model, and I'm also a business owner, and I'm also a graduate student. So
Great.
I would have brought Todd.
This is Benzo. He's like, oh my God, who's this hot lady?
I totally would have brought Todd.
What, you have a
What's
little
with
dog?
Todd? Who's
Todd is this big. I rescued him 3 years ago, and he
Nice.
only has one tooth, so his tongue hangs out of his mouth.
Aw.
And he looks like Gizmo, so he's
Oh,
just like
so
a little old
cute.
man.
That's really cute. I like
So
it.
politically
Nice.
correct. It is called plus size model, yeah. That's
Yep.
so
Yeah, because I'm over a size 6.
okay.
Yep.
Which is interesting
That
because the
seems
size
ridiculous.
6 doesn't seem that big.
It's not, but
Yeah.
it's just
seems
it's
ridiculous.
the industry. It is what it is, but honestly, like I look at it as I can have a brownie without feeling guilty about it.
That's true. That's super fair. I
And-
like it.
And it plus means positive, so.
So did you decide to do this? I mean, what was it like? Hey, I want to go for that, or was it something that you were just? I mean, how did you fall into this?
So when I was 16, I entered the Miss Teen Massachusetts pageant and ended up winning Miss Congeniality. And I had to do like a mandatory photo shoot. And like as soon as I heard that shutter, I was like, this is what I'm meant to do. So I turned 17 and went to college in the OC and moved out here to like try to pursue the dream. And then I lasted 2 years. I went back to Boston and then my career kicked off. I worked with Playboy. Before they went non-nude, I was the only model to be published in 4 countries with them and never take my clothes off.
Nice.
So
Nice.
that was kind of
Yeah.
cool. And then social media has really given me everything that I have. And now I do a lot of catalog work and
Very cool.
costumes and
Nice.
lingerie. And
Very cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
get to
becoming
play
a big
dress up.
thing. I mean, Plus Size Model got the cover of Sports Illustrated recently.
Yeah,
so.
Ashley Graham. Yeah, that I actually cried when I watched that. I was like so happy for her. So now it's my turn.
She's really she's amazing.
Yeah.
I
So you're
follow her
shooting for
on
this
Instagram.
year's
I love her.
cover or next year's cover?
Well, we're trying for next year. I just gotta harass them on social media.
Yeah, just keep,
Exactly.
Yeah.
just keep harassing them. So cool. So we're talking about defying stereotypes today, basically, and there are a lot of stereotypes that come with women in porn. There are a lot of stereotypes that come with girls who are thicker, that have curves and stuff. Do you feel like, I mean, both of you have dealt with probably a lot of negative comments from other people or from other women
Of
in
course.
regards to your industries?
If you're an
Um,
attractive woman, I mean, it's almost impossible to not get someone that's like, oh, well, you know, you get lip fillers, so you must be fake as hell. It's like, hey, my lip fillers are making my face look bomb while you're sitting there
Right.
behind the computer all pissed off about your life. I'm sorry. It's tough. I mean, at the end of the day, though, their opinions don't pay my bills. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. And I'm more jealous of like the free time that they have to like study what I'm doing and like follow my stuff and then like be able to comment on it. I'm like, I have enough time to nap. That's about it. Like I don't even like have like a full 8 hours.
Yeah,
So
busy is good, and both you girls have been really busy working. You know, we were just talking that Nikki Delano's done was it 400 in 5 years, 400 videos. That's impressive. That's a lot of videos. How how many a month is that? It's like 20 a month.
I mean, it's more so in the beginning. I shot so much. Now it's just tapering
Yeah.
off. I just shoot content here and there. When it's, I feature so much, I host so much now. It's like I shoot here and there. I don't really focus on that.
Just
It's not my
like-
main focus right now. Yeah.
Okay, so just barrel through it.
As you know, as you breeze through this industry, it's like things change for you as far as like your goals and what you want to accomplish. And I've shot so much, I don't feel like I really need to keep shooting as much content. There's so much out
Right.
there already. Yeah.
And where are you, Ashley, in terms of, are you coming up? Do you feel like you're coming up right now, or do you feel like you kind of
I
made it?
feel
or-
like it's so weird. I'm never satisfied.
Yeah.
Like I've accomplished so much, even just in the last 11 months living here. So much has happened, and it's crazy because I felt that moving out here, I'd have to wait a little bit, like until things started to pick up. But it picked up literally 2 weeks after I moved here, and it's been the most amazing experience. But now, I own my own business, Alexis,
What is that?
Alexis Swimwear. So it's
okay.
it's for chestier women, but it caters to all sizes to prove that beauty is not a size. You can look good whether you're a size 0 or you can look good whether you're a size 18, and you can feel good and look good in a bathing suit. So
Certainly.
that's kind of I'm almost like just like planting like foundation for when I'm ready to be done with this, that I can just kind of sit back and
Just
make
chill.
women feel good about themselves still.
Yeah, that's great. Have you ever thought about writing a book or doing articles or anything?
That would be cool. I don't think I have enough to write a book yet. I mean, I've been through some stuff, but like I'm only 25 and there's still so much more like in store. Who knows what's going to happen in the next year, in the next week? I mean,
So how do you respond to your critics, or do you respond?
it depends. Like if I'm in a witty mood, like I'll come up with something fun.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, like I'm just like block, bam, whatever. And some people are like, oh, why don't you let like negativity stay on your page? Why do you just block people? I'm like, because I'm all about positivity. Like life's too short to be a negative Nancy. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Like I'm a super happy person. It's very rare that you'll like catch me and I'm like, like,
Right.
Yeah.
but otherwise, I just enjoy life. I'm very lucky to live the life that I do right now, and I'm just taking every day because it can always just kind of go away. So
How about you, Nikki?
I block them. I delete it and I block them. they call me
No
fat-
remorse. She
They
says I
call me
delete.
fat. They call me ugly. All this negativity. I just block it and just delete it. I
Yeah.
don't even want it
So
on my
same thing.
page. Yeah,
Same
just-
thing.
oh yeah.
You can't entertain the haters because that's what they want. They want the attention. They want people to notice that they're, getting to you, and it sucks. But I just block them.
Yeah, absolutely.
agree.
It's like they just need validation.
If you're not successful, you don't have haters. I
Exactly.
mean, you need to have haters to be successful. It's just that's how it is. It's kind of stupid, but yep.
I think that's true because even at the top, I feel like even if you watch any like Drake, anybody, he still has people saying stuff about him.
Of course.
Like,
Oh.
how do you talk about Drake?
I
The thing is
know.
that people, that's what, it makes them feel better about the things that are wrong in their life.
Exactly.
So it helps them like cope with knowing that a perfect life doesn't exist, which it doesn't. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, people on social media, for instance, like they show that they're living a great life, which chances are they probably do, but they also are human.
Have you guys ever looked up the people who say the negative stuff about you and seen that they like don't follow anybody and they have like 3 followers themselves
And
it's,
they're
like
the
no
egg on
pictures?
Twitter.
And you're like,
I
wait
agree.
just a minute, mama, you just hold on.
Yeah,
And
Exactly.
your
who
social
is
life
this?
looks like something I would
Who
totally
is
don't.
this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really funny when men actually like message or something. They're like, "Hey, baby," and then like you don't answer them. Like, "Screw you, bitch!" Like you're
Delete,
awful.
block,
Like,
yeah.
oh, you're not even that
All of
good
a
looking
sudden
anyway.
it's
I'm like,
Instagrammer. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
The
hell?
hate.
Just a minute.
who
Get
pissed
him
in
some
your
holy
Cheerios?
water.
I agree. Yeah.
Get him some holy water.
Well, yeah, and that's a common thing for guys to do, responding to negativity or perceived negativity with negativity. I cover that like right in the beginning of my book. It's one of the most important things because a lot of guys will walk up, they'll hit on a girl, and she'll say something bitchy, or you know, I personally have dealt with a lot of girls trying to kick me in the shins. So I'll walk up and say something, and even though I have everything tailored and I look good, you know, I'm gonna walk up, I'm gonna say something, and she's gonna respond with something kind of douchey to kind of piss me off or to knock me down or make me feel less important or less my perceived ego, you know. Because immediately women think that, you know, oh, this guy's full of himself. This guy's got to be this or that. So they have all of these, misconceptions like just stirring around in their head. So when you go up and you actually like start to engage with one of them, it's really, really easy to get caught in that trap where they're like, oh, and yeah, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck you too. But it's just like you miss an opportunity to really educate a person. And it kind of guide them into a better way of thinking. And, you know, people aren't going to respect you. It can. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing like putting somebody in their place, like you were talking about earlier. When somebody walks up and says something to you, and you go, well, okay, then, you know, screw you too. Like, well, screw me. Like, don't you want to fuck me? I mean, like, aren't I pretty? And you're like, no, not that pretty. Later.
Personality is everything. I mean, you know, it obviously like you can't sit there and say like, oh, looks don't matter. No, looks do matter because you're not going to have sex with someone that doesn't do it for you physically. It's just, it's not going to happen. But at the end of the day, it's like you can be full of yourself and it just ruins like your entire exterior. Like you talk to someone and it's like talking to a bag of rocks. Like that's not attractive.
Well, I think that it's a common stigma in LA when people are, you know, really kind of tailored up and, you know, it's like, I'm sure people have walked up to you and thought, "Oh my God, you were gonna be a total bitch."
Yeah. So actually, that's really funny because I was just talking about this the other day that I'm very like taken as high maintenance, a bitch that I'm not gonna talk to anyone, and I'm like the girl that if I can, I'm gonna like a bun and sweatpants and like no bra. Like
Like, just chilling.
I hate having to dress up. Like.
Just relax, yeah.
Because
That's like the first
my
question,
job,
earlier. I was like, what's the one thing? Yeah, I get it. You have to be relaxed. I get that.
It's just, it's hard because, you know, when someone comes right out the gate with like that stigma of you, it's like, oh, okay, so do I have to kiss your ass just so like you know that I'm a normal person and I like people and I just want to have a conversation?
Yeah, and I'm sure that, Nikki, I'm sure you've had to deal with people thinking that you're, you know, it's like because you're in porn that they're just going to, you know, that they can totally physically disrespect you.
Yes, and it's the opposite. I'm really hard to get. Like, I play hard to get to the max. So, yeah. And same thing with me. I think I'm a bitch. Okay, I said I'm bitchy, but I'm really nice to everyone. I'm really nice. Same with me. I'm either in sweats, in comfy wear, you know. I have to put makeup on all the time, so I'd rather have no makeup on, just like laid back and relax, you know.
And for, you know, any of our ladies listening right now, I swear, we as men do not give two shits about what you wear. When it comes right down to it, sweatpants are sexy as hell.
I'm with you. We don't know what you're talking about, Jared.
So-
like I've been with way more men.
No,
than you
Listen,
have.
if
You
you met a
guys-
girl and she was just like in like guy sweatpants and like a hoodie and like you couldn't really
I've
see
been
her
with way
body,
more
you
men
couldn't
than you
see
have.
like her shape or
I can
anything.
tell you.
And she
It's
has like a
true.
big fro, like from not brushing her hair.
Okay.
Just get out of the
I don't,
shower.
I don't want her to
so
look
angry.
look
Y'all be
messed
so
up.
angry.
But
Don't even
general,
stop.
yeah. In general, yeah. Sweatpants and a t-shirt. Like I've talked to a
No,
thousand
you
guys
like
about
that when
this.
like you're in the relationship, but not like leading up to it.
Even
like,
still.
you still want like the girl in like the tight little dress that like shows off all of our curves, and you can be like,
Sure
yeah,
do.
that ass is mine.
You sure do. Even when we're at Wendy's.
You do forget that
Yeah,
I
you
coach
need to wear
guys
your
for a
heels. We're
living,
going to
right?
Wendy's.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I literally coach guys for a living. So yeah, no, I'm telling you flat out that 90% of guys, you might get a quicker head turn if you're all dressed up, but for the most part, guys actually really like girls that are in casual wear. That with sweatpants do it for a lot of guys.
If they're
Right.
fitted.
I don't think
if
that
they're
works for
fitted.
LA.
yoga
Seeing a
pants.
little-
By
If
sweatpants,
they're
you mean yoga pants? Then yes, that's true.
Yoga pants or sweatpants. I mean, like I can definitely tell the difference.
Well, yoga pants, I feel like obviously.
Yeah,
When
I
a
mean,
girl's-
like,
when a
look,
girl's-
here's the thing. We
yeah.
lie to each other sometimes too. I feel like those guys may be lying to you, Jared, just a little bit. I feel
Absolutely
like
not.
Just a
I really
smidge.
do.
Men don't. No, we don't.
Men
act
don't
in the
lie.
s-
Is that
no,
what you were
no.
gonna say?
No.
Is that where you were
We don't-
going?
We don't act in the same way that women do with each
Yeah.
other, where they're so the only reason that women dress up, and I've heard this 1,000 times, it's all over the place. Women dress up to compete with other women. They don't dress up for their guy.
No.
A little
I
bit.
don't agree
Nope.
with that.
Not true.
Nope.
That's true.
Especially in LA. Like, dating is non existent out here. So it's like, I have to look good all the damn time.
But
So-
none of us are from LA, though. That's true.
Yep.
I
We
know,
are
but
all
it-
from different areas.
But
so
then
that could be
everyone
part
gets
of it.
this like headspace of like Hollywood and LA, and it's like impossible. It's LA is like the hookup city. That's it.
No, 'cause I'm
period.
very quick to compliment other
we've
women,
done now
very quick.
85 shows, and I brought this topic up quite a few times. And this is the only show, literally, that anybody has ever said, "Nope, we dress up for a man," because I've never heard that before. 90% of women agree that they dress up to compete with each other. That's it.
I've never thought, oh yeah, this dress is gonna look so good, and I'm gonna
gonna
beat
make so many
every
girls
other girl out
angry.
at
Yeah,
that club.
So
no, I'm
maybe-
like, oh,
No,
this dress
it's
makes
like-
my butt look good.
I
Maybe
really
some
want-
guy will just turn his head so I can have a little confidence boost.
Right.
Yeah.
We do it for the guys. Like, I'm going to be honest
Well, maybe
with
it is
you.
a geographical thing,
I feel like
because I've never
because-
heard this before.
No,
and
listen, we do it for the guys because here's the thing: we want to make enough guys look at us to where our man's behind us, and he makes eye contact with him afterwards, and we're like, "Yep, the whole
Well,
situation."
I know you do
because
because you've got your head in the right place. But
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, I've never, ever like this is interesting because it could be that the geographic place that you guys grew up has entirely to do with how you, because you guys are both from the East Coast and you're from Alabama.
I'm from Alabama. I mean, that's also that's like it's
Yeah.
East Coast.
Yeah, it's still, like,
technically.
kinda East
I mean,
Coast.
it's still pretty. East
We're a
Coast.
little more normal over there.
I feel like it's true,
Yeah.
Jared. Like, I have to be honest with you. I feel like most of my friends would even agree with this, and it's just because
Yeah, but you think
We
differently.
wanna-
That's why you're co-hosting the show. Is because you think
oh,
differently.
well, I
you
mean-
think like a guy.
I really
I'm
do.
there.
I
I'm
do.
right there. I'm with
yeah,
you.
I mean, I think that it's one of those things where it's like, here's the one rule I live by, and I think they'll agree with me: is you can't give your man away. Like, you give your man away, no one can take him from you. They're gonna be like, if you're not treating him well, that's when he leaves. If you treat your man well and you do things for him and you keep him in mind, just like when a good girl keeps you in mind, it really changes everything.
It's a whole it's a two-way street. Like
Yeah.
100%. Like I couldn't agree with that more. Like
Well, I'll have to have you guys. We're gonna start up Modern Female here shortly. We're gonna make a big push for it. So
I'll
when
be
that
on there every
happens,
week.
I'll have all three of you guys back on here, and
Yeah.
we can talk Power of the V.
Yes,
yeah.
I like it. I like the
Indeed.
dynamic. I feel so strong. I feel like we're a Power Rangers. If we
Yes.
unite, it's gonna get crazy in here.
They all just united and ganged up on me. This is
The
awesome.
Trinity is aligned.
But yeah, and it's well, so what were we talking about before this though? Did you have a question? You brought up an interesting point earlier that I wanted you to
try
wait
not
until
to
the
bring
end.
me into it right away, but I was like,
Oh.
I came in here like
Well,
ready.
like,
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
go.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was just trying to curtail on. But what I was asking was like, okay, so you have somewhat of a persona that you have to keep up. Like, you're the nice person, like in public. Sometimes you may want to say F you to someone that walks up to you, but you cannot do that. So what do guys, 3 things they have to know about you? Like, no bullshit that just has to be the truth. Like, you're just like, look, you have to understand, number 1, that I am. And she said a bitch. And I was like, well, all right then, right out the gate. So
Well,
what is
first
yours?
things first. There's 2 things that come with me.
Okay.
That is penguins and Nutella.
Yes, I like those things. Both
2
of them.
things. If you cannot,
in. Sign
if
me
you
up.
cannot have those 2 things or somehow finagle them into a relationship, it just ain't gonna work.
Like a real penguin?
Listen, if we could get a real penguin, I would
I was talking
would
about
get
this
down
a
on
few
one
days
knee.
ago.
I would get
no.
down on one knee. I keep to myself a lot, like in terms of, yes, like I have this persona of, being in lingerie and being very comfortable with my body, but it takes a lot to like get me in the sack. Like it's not like that's why the
She
whole
said the same thing.
LA
agree.
thing is.
She says the same thing, and me too.
I
get
also
it.
think it's kind of like my age. Like, okay, I'm not super old, but like I've had my fun. Like I was in college.
God, I feel like there's more power the more the conversation
I mean,
builds.
like it's
like
I've
I
done
get it,
that.
yeah.
There's no fun anymore until waking up next to someone and just dying to call that Uber to like get out of there and never talk to them again. Like
I
that's
know.
I'm with you, and yeah, it's true because it's like I feel like when you're younger, you wanna do things, you wanna meet guys, you wanna have your crazy period that you don't talk about. Everyone
Yeah.
does, right? I
Of
mean, we call
course.
that college where I'm from.
yeah.
Yeah,
Hello,
yeah.
college.
Yes.
And it's wonderful, but then like you want to move past that, and you guys are all past it as well. I mean, I get that, and you're ready to settle down with someone, but you also
Yeah.
want to have someone who's still pretty fun and decent as well.
Well, of course. I mean, like, you don't want someone that's just like a grandpa and sits and watches TV and cracks open a beer and like doesn't even bother.
right,
to,
but like
touch
Monday through
you
Thursday,
or-
yes. Friday,
agree.
Saturday, turn up.
Yeah,
you
like
know what I mean? Like
let's
he needs
go
a
hang out at a
balance.
bar and like go meet some new people and
Legit.
like have a fun story to tell or talk about, you know, in a month from then and say,
That
hey,
time
you
you
know, we
broke
need to go
your
do that
leg, yeah.
again. Like
Exactly. Yeah.
that's kind of what I'm all about. Like right now, I'm in a very like settling place. I'm very happy with it where I am in all aspects other than that. So it's like everyone has baby fever. I do not. I have wedding fever. Like
I feel it, yeah.
I just like I want someone to share my success with, like, and to like go through things with, and to like have your best friend that you're just like, I got you. Like,
So
you
what's
know?
your type then? What's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
type
That's
of
why I was just
guy?
gonna get into that.
My
What type
type.
of like? Who are you looking for?
Assholes.
I know it's always the
Okay, so you're lucky.
assholes,
Yeah,
bad
that sounds like
boys.
this is like a story.
But you know why assholes are attractive? It's because they don't need your validation.
Yes.
They're not constantly sitting there looking for reassurance. They're
Mother
they're
effers.
self-assured and
I
confident.
just had like an aha moment when you just said that.
Mm-hmm. Wait, you see, you've never heard that before?
No, I've never. No, I've just thought you just
It's not
like
that
being an
they're-
I've never
asshole.
been in that stage.
It's not that they're
I've never- I've
assholes. That they
never liked
don't care.
assholes.
They're not. You know, they come off as they don't care and uncaring, and sometimes they take that too far. But the core innate thing there is that they're not concerned with your opinion or the validation that you give them. They're doing their thing and they don't really give a shit. But you
What
can.
makes
you
you
can
attracted
still,
to one?
It's not like I want to. It's not like,
I
ooh,
know.
yeah, let me find
But
me
I
a
feel
good
like you
asshole
do.
today.
But-
You
A
said
lot
your
of
type was
those-
an asshole. That's
yeah.
like a glutton for punishment.
It's
Like,
because
what do you
it's just
mean?
kind of like my track record, I guess. You know,
Yeah.
they all kind of end up in the same boat. It's just frustrating, I guess. You know, because
you don't want the asshole, but you're attracted to the asshole.
It's not even like that they're an asshole to me and then like, oh, I'm in love with you.
There are
it's
red
it's
flags
like
the whole way, though.
Not really. There was one relationship where there was a ton of red flags and I was just an idiot because I was like, hey, you know, he was really good to me
Yeah.
and maybe
I just don't
maybe
think it's
things
like
will
it's like
change.
1, 2, 3, 8 months down the road, boom, asshole switch. Like you can't tell me.
I mean, like,
there's no way. There are
There's
red
always
flags.
a
There
sign.
have
There's
to be.
always a sign.
Yeah.
well, of course. I mean, like, especially like when you're really into someone, you justify everything,
Yeah,
and
like-
then like when you're out of it, it's like you like come out of like the drunkenness of, and then like you have
The
like,
love
all
bubble.
this
And
clarity.
then $20,000 later that I'm
Oh, no.
missing in my account. Not, all at once, but yeah.
Oh no.
Jesus.
I've never had it
Yeah.
that bad.
She loves hard.
Yeah.
I'm a giver. I'm a huge giver.
I'll give in other ways.
Well, I give in those ways too, but I'm just I don't know. Yeah.
She'll bless you twice.
Well, yeah, and
Jesus.
see here's the thing. Like when it comes to assholes, like again, back to that, being secure in yourself and all those things are attractive. Being edgy is also very attractive because it kind of says to people that you evaluate the world, you've seen the rules, you're socially intelligent enough to know when to
Yes.
break them, and you don't really care. You're not going to go out of your way to get in trouble. Maybe you will, but that kind of thing is enticing and exciting. But then the byproduct of that oftentimes is that they're a complete careless asshole.
Yes.
So what we're kind of like, what I go through in the book is actually you can embody a lot of those traits. You can be kind of ornery and edgy and, not be completely dependent on her validation of you, not need it whatsoever, but also be a complete nice guy and a gentleman at the same time. And that's where the balance comes in. That's what Modern Male Radio is all about. Trying to be that.
Oh Lord. No, I mean, it's just at the end of the day, like right now, like I say, okay, my type right now, I just like want a guy who knows what he wants, is in like a good place in his life and knows what he's working towards and is ready for someone to complement that. Period. That's kind of like my bubble right now.
Yeah.
But LA, it's impossible.
So when it comes to a
Absolutely
guy knowing what he wants, this is another really, really good one. Because, oftentimes young men will sit there and they'll kind of flounder around because they don't really know, because they haven't had the experience, they don't know what they want. Do you feel like when a guy doesn't know what he wants, do you feel like that ever that ever kind of makes you feel like you're bad at nurturing him or bad at kind of leading him or guiding him?
No, I would say that when a guy says that they don't know what they want, they do know what they want, but they think that if they settle on that, they may be missing out on something better. I think that every guy knows it. Like if a guy has a good girl, he knows he has a good girl.
Yep.
But because of like everything is all sexualized right now, there's always all these hot girls like on social media. There's all this temptation.
Yep.
They all feel like something better may come along, and if they settle down with this good girl, they may miss out on that, and she may not be good forever, or
So when you
something
say
along those lines.
knows what
A
he
lot of them
wants,
have
you
lack
mean
of maturity, too.
specifically as a female knows what he wants, like knows that he wants you, or are you talking about knows what he wants out of life?
I think both. I mean,
Okay.
knowing what you want out of life, I mean, that changes every day for anyone, whether you're male or female. But I think that at the end of the day, every man knows exactly what they want. And it's just about the whole settling thing. And it's scary for them to think, oh, God, like one woman for the rest of my life right now, or like taking away, having options. I think men just love to have options, period.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether
Very
it's
true.
with your women or with your sandwiches. They just like to have options.
Very true.
What about you,
Yeah.
Nikki?
I agree with that. I mean, if a guy likes a woman and he's going to call her, he's going to make the time for her. You can't ever make the excuse, I don't have enough time, I'm busy. You'll make time for that person if you really like that person, from what I've, encountered. And I agree with that 100%.
Okay.
It's true.
And Leah?
I mean, I would agree. I think that they're right. I mean, I don't know. It seems like
I can see the wheel spinning.
no. I mean, no. I would totally agree with them. I think that guys have to understand that girls 9 times out of 10 really just want to be respected and needed and feel loved. I mean, we want to be secure in what we have going on. I mean, there is a lot of temptation out there. There's a lot of situations happening. I mean, we want to know that you've gotten past the same point that we have.
But I feel like
shooting
in
around in
conversation
college,
with
it's
you in terms of your past relationships, it wasn't other women that you really had to deal with, but sometimes men not kind of finding what they really wanted to do with their lives.
That's true. I mean, but I feel like, to be honest with you, when you find that one woman that you do want to be with, she is going to help mold you into what you should become. I really feel like that happens a lot.
And
of
it's
times.
it works both ways.
It really does. It's
Yeah.
like that
agree.
back and forth. It's that ebb and that flow. So it's like, yeah.
That was
I
definitely
mean,
a catalyst for me as well. Yeah, it was a girl that, that
Right.
I mean, women in general kind of shaped this whole thing, but yeah, there was one girl in particular that actually just kind of sparked the whole thing, and it was like,
Nice.
Right.
a few years later, I had written a book, and now I'm doing a show, and it's like you got all that stuff, and yeah, I think that when you, they say behind every great man is a woman, but I think that having molded every great man as a woman, I mean, realistically, they're not sitting behind you.
I mean, here's one thing.
They're
We're all
completely
a little
polishing.
crazy. We need a good guy who's really sensitive.
yeah. Everyone's like,
Not
Ashley, why are you
kidding.
single? Because I'm insane.
Yeah. It's so true though. Like, but I think the best ones are. I mean, it's like the genius behind.
Well,
you know what I
that-
mean?
it's
Like,
less
look at Steve
predictable.
Jobs. He was nuts and he was a genius. You know what I mean? It's kind of like how women are.
Well, and that's
But
what I
think
was-
we need a good guy who helps
Yeah.
us calm that down.
And that's what I was
the
asking
reciprocal of it.
Ashley about was, because women are they feel like a puzzle piece, and women are very, very good at nurturing and turning their men into something greater. And I found, commonly that women, when they're in a relationship with a guy he's kind of floundering around, doesn't know what he's doing, if she can't kind of stimulate him enough to kind of embody his own greatness and pursue his immortal dream or whatever it is, that can reflect on the woman and make her feel bad about herself or her inability to nurture.
A little bit. It's more like, you feel like you weren't good enough to be able to help him realize like
Right.
his
Yeah.
worth. But it's not about trying to mold him into something. It's about being there while he becomes this someone and just
Right.
complimenting it. Like, that's what I'm about. Like, I'm not trying to get in your head and make you, okay, this is what you want to do. No, like I said, you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
right,
going to be
right.
here to support you. And when you think that you can't do it, I'm going to tell you, no, this is who you were, 6 weeks ago. This is where
Right.
your brain was.
Exactly.
Like, I'm
Exactly.
there to build you up,
Right.
not mold you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I don't think that we were talking
thi-
about molding.
I think the whole
Yeah.
thing is that a lot of times, like,
No, that's
the
exactly
whole
what I was talking
changing
about.
thing
You're right.
that women like
Yeah.
to try and change men. Like, no.
I don't. No.
No.
In that sense, that's when I said the word mold, that's not what I meant whatsoever. I feel like women have that great outside perspective, and they see what you're supposed to be doing. It's like they can see it, even if you think you've got 1,000 different things that you could be doing. They go, no, you're gonna do this. This is where you're most talented. This is where you should be driving your energy towards.
Like if a guy was in med school, it would be like supporting him through that time. He already knows where he wants to go.
Of course.
It's not like molding him. He already has that drive. It's just about boosting him throughout that and being there and helping him realize not only are you going to do great, but you're going to graduate and you're top of your class because you're so wonderful, and supporting him and helping him mold in that way, not in the sense of pointing him in any one direction, right? It's about complimenting him.
No, I think a lot of times it is. It can be about pointing him in one direction. I don't think that molding a person like in terms of like I want you to be more like this. I don't think that works. But when it comes to kind of seeing somebody's innate talents and going, hey, I really think that you should pursue this. Like, I mean, I guess for me, like I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had so many different options when I was younger that it was like, I mean, could have done anything. And for somebody to go, you're really, really good at speaking. You're really, really good at encouraging people. You're really, really good at helping people and explaining concept or complex social dynamics. Have you ever thought about becoming a motivational speaker? It was moments like that where it was like, okay, great, and then pushing towards that and having her go kind of like build you up and encourage you along the way. But yeah, I mean, I definitely don't think that you should lose your identity entirely because some girl doesn't like the way that you are. And I think that's what you're talking about. That's just silly. But when it comes to finding a person's kind of inner spark, I think women are very good at that and very good at nurturing that. And a guy could be doing something that's entirely different, and she knows it's like, that's going to make you miserable. Already makes you miserable. Do this. This is what you do naturally. This is what you're good at. Women are great at seeing between the lines. And they're very, very perceptive. So I think we're kind of talking about a few different things, but they're kind of all wrapped up into one. This happens. So what do you think, Nikki? You've been really quiet over there.
Topics are all over the place. But no, I agree, though. I mean, with a man and a woman, if they're in love and they're passionate, I mean, they complement each other. And I feel like when I'm with somebody amazing, I mean, like, sky's the limit, and there's nothing I can do. I know that I have him by my side, and he pushes me, and I push him. And I think it comes hand in hand. I mean, I agree with it. I do agree with it.
Okay, good. So, real quick, let's go over the type of guy. Besides, we kind of got on that, and then we kind of got off that.
I'm such a woman sometimes. I
It's
always
okay.
derail.
It's okay. We have a lot of rabbit holes to go down. It's okay. So yeah, the type of guys.
Yeah.
So right now, like the type of guy that I'm looking for is someone that is confident in his life and in who he is, and very secure. I can't handle jealousy, especially with my job. I mean, oh my God, like it's too much of a headache. I don't have time to babysit. Like I said, I don't even have baby fever, so I don't want to babysit you either.
Right.
And just having someone that really understands the whole dynamic of being in a relationship. It's not to play house. There's an end goal there.
You guys should both be mature.
I'm with you because I see potential in us, and I'm hoping that there's a forever future. I'm not trying to waste my time. So I think that's why I'm also really stingy on dating right now, because I'm so afraid that I'm gonna get involved with someone.
What about physically?
Oh, physically. We could be here all day. I'm a sucker for a good smile. That's like my.
That's 50% of the population, ma'am.
You have a nice smile, and I'm just like, okay.
That's 50% of the population, guys.
God, this is so typical, but I like a tall man because I feel safe.
Okay, that's
I like a good tall man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm picky, but it's like I have to have people in front of me to be picky.
Name an actor that's your type.
Like a Ryan Reynolds. I mean, then again, so isn't every woman. Ryan Gosling, so isn't every woman.
Yeah.
I mean, but at least now we know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Justin Timberlake was my crush since I was 12 years old. I mean, the things that I would crawl over broken glass for that man.
Well, there you go.
And you as well, Nikki.
Remember William Levy? He's my
guy?
Sexy
Sub upper man.
He's Latin. He's sexy. He's
he follows
tall.
me on Twitter. He's so hot.
He has blue eyes.
I feel like I
think.
don't know who this man is.
Oh my
and
god, you'd know
Look
him.
him up.
You would
He
know.
looks like he
Look him
tastes
up.
like Godiva chocolate, but y'all's faces
He's
are like, oh
gorgeous.
my
He looks like he tastes like
God.
He's
Nutella.
married with kids,
He's
but
like, oh
he's
my God.
So
He's
real
so
quickly
handsome.
for our listeners and viewers out there, have you guys ever dated a guy who wasn't necessarily your type or attractive, but kind of was really great in other ways?
Yes, I have. I mean, he was short. I like tall. He was short, bald, not aggressive. Very just like kind of a pushover, to be honest.
Huh.
But he was very sweet. And then 4 years into it, I couldn't take it anymore. I just
4 years.
4 years.
Four.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should
You're
get a medal.
dedicated. I know.
I was dedicated. Yeah, but
Wow.
I couldn't take it anymore. I was like,
You're
That's
in
impressive.
yeah.
I'm very impressed.
I am as well.
I don't
as
settle.
well.
I don't settle.
This
Yeah.
is done when I was like 19, 20. When I was a teenager, I was so
That's
young.
fair though. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
a mistake. I feel like.
And I wish we
people
had more
make.
time because we could definitely talk about that,
Yeah.
about the difference between settling and not settling. Because that came up the other day, and that was a really, really interesting topic that I do want to cover. However, we've got 5 minutes left. So, where can people find you? What are you guys working on?
Follow me on Twitter at Nikki Delano, NIKKIDELANO. I'm on Instagram, Nikki Delano, Snapchat, Nikki Delano. 4X's, my other one got deleted. I'm always on the road feature dancing, hosting events, so it's just too much to talk about. Just follow my social media, and I always post on there what I'm doing and stuff like that. As far as
Very
like when I'm on the road next, and next is PA, and then Michigan, and so there and forth. But yeah,
Oh, very cool.
yeah.
So you can follow me on Facebook, just Ashley Alexis, 2 S's, ALEXISS, little extra oomph. Twitter at Ash Alexis, same with Instagram at Ash Alexis, Snapchat, real Ash Alexis. I'm always talking about some nonsense or doing some nonsense or being a hot mess and napping or playing with Todd. Or
Very cool.
Cool. So, anything exciting come up? Any new projects that people are?
Alexis is launching all new styles in the next coming weeks, so pretty excited about that. And
Cool.
then got
Very
the
cool.
International Lingerie Show coming up, which is going to be
Nice.
very fun.
And then Nikki.
The Vivid thing next week, starting next week, I'm gonna be on Vivid, my own radio show.
Oh, nice.
Very
It's a
cool.
sexy sexual show, so
Good
yeah, I'm
luck.
excited about it.
Very nice.
Breaking the barriers.
you.
All right.
Yeah.
And Leah, where can people find you?
Leah Pelka on Instagram and on Twitter.
Yeah,
Cool.
thanks.
And as always, you can find us at modernmailinc.com/radio. You can find me on Instagram at modern.mail, and you can find me on Twitter at Mail Methodology. And that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to Modern Mail Radio.
Nice.
You're listening to Modern Mail Radio with Jared Zavastosky, right here on LA Talk Radio.